Thanks to an absolute mad lad who got deep into Pokemon TCG Live's undercarriage, we know some things we probably shouldn't know. And for those who follow me on Twitter, yes, this is the same person who discovered all of the different profile level rewards in TCG Live and revealed just how absolutely horribly disappointing they are. I mean, it's the same 5 underwhelming rewards repeated until level 100, then apparently you get nothing after that point. Anyways, the leak. With rotation on March 30th, as well as the release of Scarlet and Violet, it appears we now know the decks that will be given away as part of the next Battle Pass. This is thanks to new dialogue that's been added for the post-rotation tutorial. Ignoring the fact that the professor is called Professor Fur, and he's the definition of cringe, as the kids would say, the text shows that we can expect Arcanine EX to be one of our upcoming free decks. The professor first mentions that the tutorial deck will include Charizard from Pokemon Go and Bibarel from Brilliant Stars. What's weird is that Evolution Incense is apparently included in the free decks, except Evolution Incense rotates on March 30th. Then, in the professor's explanation of the Battle Pass, he finally mentions that the deck you were using is an Arcanine EX deck. There's also a random line in the code mentioning Regieleki VMAX, so that could potentially be the free deck on the Premium Battle Pass. And maybe it will also include the new Miraidon EX since they go together so well, who knows. And that's not all. It's tough to be 100% sure, but it also looks like we know the next wave of free decks being given away by default to new players. Listed underneath the Pikachu VMAX, Kleavor V-Star, and Lucario V-Star collection boxes, which are out February 16th, there's random listings for Origin Form Dialga V-Star, Origin Form Palkia V-Star, Giratina V-Star, Lunatone Solrock, and Superior V-Star. Since I couldn't find any upcoming products for those 5 cards, it's highly likely that those will be the featured cards in our next 5 default free decks, and this is backed up by the fact that the Professor's deck in the tutorial is Superior V-Star. I don't know what this means for the current slate of default free decks in Live, and whether some of the older ones will rotate out, so make sure you at least download and play Live sooner rather than later. And don't worry, there's no commitment because you can always choose to migrate later if you want to keep playing PTCGL. Additionally, while I don't know if this is the compensation we've been promised since December, it looks like the developers will be giving everyone who participated in the beta some free stuff. The message will say, "Thank you for playing the global beta. To show our appreciation, please enjoy some gifts. We take your feedback seriously and thank you for being supportive as we continue to improve Pokemon TCG Live." Chronologically, this message comes at the very end of all the data I looked at, so we can assume that the beta will either end with Scarlet and Violet on March 30th or shortly thereafter. The Pokemon Company has said PTCGO will go offline forever prior to the full launch of Live, and with PTCGO content support ending on March 1st, everything kinda just lines up. Because why not, I stuck my hands as deep into TCG Live as they could go and found a couple of interesting things. First off, the developers have coded in messages regarding bans in the Expanded and Legacy formats. This is odd because Legacy isn't supported in Live. There's also a list of all the potential daily quests, which isn't very exciting. There was a lot of information to sift through, and I probably missed a bunch of important stuff, but the bottom line is, it looks like Arcanine EX, Palkia V-Star, Dialga V-Star, Giratina V-Star, Superior V-Star, Lunatone Solrock, and maybe even Regieleki VMAX will all be given away as free decks in the near future. Of course, things are always subject to change, and this was just sent to me by a viewer, so take all of this with a grain of Knackley right now. If you want up-to-the-minute news on Pokemon TCG Live, be sure to follow me on Twitter because apparently I'm the #1 source for news on the game. Otherwise, hit that subscribe button and you'll get way more videos about Live than you could possibly ever want.